gotta finish your own sentence. Come on.
So yeah, toxic people know that they're toxic
But why do they pretend that they are not toxic though?
because that's what toxic people do. They're not going to show you that they're toxic, are they?
And what is a toxic? How would you define a toxic person? What
You
is?
tell me.
I'm doing good. I'm asking you.
I thought you were one.
All right, all right. Well, how you
Joking.
doing? How you doing, King? I'm doing good. King Pyre. Yeah. Okay. So guys, every the floor is open. I don't know if anything you want to add, Miss. I don't think they realize. You don't think they realize that they are toxic? Okay, Anna. What do you?
They definitely realize they know they're toxic. They just act like they're not toxic.
I mean, they can
The
be toxic.
narcissists are very, very aware of who they are and what they are doing.
Exactly. Just like toxic people, right?
So a toxic
Yes, you
toxic
can.
person and
You
a
have
narcissist,
toxic
a
people.
toxic person and a
Yeah.
narcissist, are they the same though? You sure?
Yes, the toxic people, most of the time they are narcissists. But not all toxic people is narcissist.
Yeah. And there are reason why they are narcissists. What's the reason? I think Anna said, I don't think they realize. Sometimes they might not realize though. Sometimes they might. What if
That's
a toxic
in-depth
person?
question. I have to think how to answer that.
I know.
Yes. I think I'm not answering that
Guys,
question.
let's like
Yeah.
get the likes. Let's get to 20K, y'all. We are close. If everybody pitch in, we can get to 20K. Go ahead, Ishal.
Yes, because it's in depth. There are different reasons why, and one of them is that they have might have a traumatic experience early in their youth. Reason why they closed up, and it's a defensive mechanism for them to just shut down the emotions and put on some mask and so on and so ever. But that's a question that I have to I need another way, because you have to explain it very well for people not to get confused about this fact, because it's not everybody will have a traumatic experience in their youth is a narcissist.
True, they can have a very privileged upbringing. Due to that privilege, they become very toxic because of it. And I think, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I'm not really so keen on it. There's this prince that's currently going on. I don't know if you've heard of that, Miss. In the UK, there's this is it Sweden? One of these Norwegian or Nordic countries. This guy, he's this prince, he's been doing a lot of different things. So he has many privilege basically. Or like the Jeffrey Epstein guys. A lot of these people, they can be toxic not because they have a bad upbringing, it's because they have the privilege or they have the power or the money to be toxic. So I don't remember what his name is, but it's the son of a princess, I think. And yeah, mother narcissist, then other hand characterized by the toxic. Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe in Norway. Yeah, I think maybe in Norway, but it was in the news. I just browsed through it. Mauritia, let me see. Maurice.
Marius?
Maurice. No, not Andrew. Not Andrew. Somebody else. No, because again, we're saying Prince of Norway. Yeah, I think the Prince of Norway, maybe. Let me see. I can remember him if I see.
By the way, our most of our
Oh, yes.
world leaders are narcissists.
True. Mostly, yeah. There's a lot of different profession where you'll find narcissistic people like business leadership and leadership. law and
Everywhere. They
politics,
are everywhere.
art, entertainment, and yeah, a lot of different ways. But again, like, there are narcissists that can be very detrimental, and there are some that could be somewhat. Trump is the biggest. Yeah. What's up, Storm? Coming with a storm. Traits such as sense of entitlement and willingness to exploit others. Yep,
Yep.
that's good. Yeah, the guy was talking about think they are power of the narcissists think they have power over you. Yes, the guy I was talking about is the crown prince of Norway. That's who I'm talking about because some people were saying sometimes some people develop toxic behaviors or toxic traits because of their upbringing, but that's not always the case. They can have a very privileged upbringing and they can have so many access because of that. They found okay, being good is too good and they want to be bad or they want to be toxic. So, anybody have any thoughts on that? Thank you, Storm. Yeah. So toxicity is not only because of the person upbringing. It could be for so many reasons. It could be the person just got hurt, or got their heart broken. For that reason, they turn into a toxic, their toxic self.
That can be. That can be, but it doesn't have to be. You have to look at like that. A narcissist don't want to work on their healing process, and a normal person who are toxic, normal toxic, at some point they will be willing to work on themselves. A narcissist don't do that because they're better than everybody.
Yeah.
They are the best. They don't go on coaching, and if they do, it's because they want to learn to work with these 17 masks they have on.
Or if they do, they want to learn how to better craft their skills or how to sharpen their skills basically. That's narcissists, that's how they will do. They will learn in order to give themselves more skills to become a better narcissist in general.
Yes.
So if you find yourself with a narcissist and they tell you let's go and do this course or let's go to therapy together, and that's not really to make things better, but it's to know how to better manipulate you or to use that situation to manipulate you even more.
And another characteristic where you know that you're dealing with a narcissist, they never want to take tests.
Right?
They don't want to take tests to measure if they are having any kind of narcissism. They won't do that.
But they'll quickly to push you to take the test though, so they could know how to deal with you as well. That's what, yeah.
Guys, I'll be honest, this is like one of the most interesting topic ever today. I'm learning a lot.
Like?
And I'm loving it.
Okay.
This
Alright.
is so cool.
Yeah, okay, tell us, what have you learned, Miss?
I'm listening. I mean, I'm taking it all in.
I'm not sure.
I want to hear more.
Yeah. So you see, you brought your friend. You look, Miss, your friend here. She don't show. Ava don't show if you're not here.
If I don't show if I'm not here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are like inseparable. I'm also learning.
Look, I still don't know if Ava a male or a female.
It doesn't matter at this point. I think it's a woman.
Why is one less harmful than the other? Which one is worse?
Are you blood? No.
Amino, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean, Amino? I don't understand it either. Help me to understand if possible.
Share a different point of view.
Yes. How you doing? Hayden James, right? I think. Hayden James.
Hello.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and
Yes,
clear.
we do.
Okay. So I'm a little bit troubled by some of the labels that we give people, and I think sometimes the labels are not necessary always, because people are people, and I think everybody has a little something in them that may be challenging. Is it toxic? Is it narcissistic? I don't know what you want to call it, but it may just be that you've been challenged by life. You know, we are all victims of trauma in some way or another. Even if you have the greatest upbringing, there'll be something that's affected you negatively, and as a result, you may be acting up at different times in your life. I just wonder, is it okay to always be looking for these labels, to be getting people to take tests to define people? Because once you've labeled someone and defined them as something, then what do you want to do? Is it that, you cast that person aside, they're now in the group, the untouchables, because they are narcissistic? Or what is it that you want to do with your diagnosis of people? I'm a little bit worried because I hear this so much across TikTok. Oh, this person's a narcissist. How to deal with this one? Or how to deal with yourself sometimes. Because like I'm sure we all have something that we need to deal with. And it's a real outward look, and I don't like outward looking, because I think when you're pointing fingers out, you're always pointing some at yourself. And so can we look at ourselves as well and see where is it that we come up short in life, and how might we be encouraging some of the behaviors that we are, pointing out in other people? And that's all I wanted to share.
Okay. Anybody?
Amazing. I when I hear you, I say it's all of that. It's all that you have said, hidden. Because narcissism is mirroring what we have to work on. But because we cannot work on that just like that, meanwhile we have to get aware of what we have. They already know. That is why they take advantage and use that weakness that we have. And it's not about label. Narcissism is not even worldwide recognized as a mental something, and that's exactly why the problem lies. And there are movements to get this diagnosed like properly, and there are a lot of tests out there, and you have the coaches that are digging into this for many years already, but yet it is not recognized as persons or people who are in such abusive state of mind that they can be also seen as criminals, because until these kind of people murdered someone or they attack someone physically, then you get the legal part coming in. But till then, the emotional abusers, there is nothing than the victim to explain, share, bring evidence of what that person did to him or her. Because emotional abuse, you cannot see it, but the victim is going through it deeply. And there are the things that it's not about diagnosis here. It's about being aware that these people exist, and how do you recognize them before they damage you deeper than you might be, and or damage you from where you are from. So it's not labeling and so on. It's not about labels. Labels, you can difficultly define the damage that these kind of people does to lives. If you are in that environment and you speak to these people daily who are going through these things, and you will become more aware how important it is to develop a kind of diagnosis for these people, so we can know and exactly what they're doing. But it's somewhere it's blurred, yet blurred for a lot of women and a lot of men to recognize this kind of people. So I totally agree with you. It's something within you that they are mirroring, because it's all spiritual. This is the first thing of narcissism. And when you get there to understand that, doesn't mean you solve the problem. You just detect that that is something to work on. And yet, how
that's
are you
the
going to
challenge.
work on it? Hmm?
So that's my challenge. That's
Yeah.
the conversation I'm having with you. That listen, you can work out that someone has very challenging behavior that you define as narcissistic personality disorder.
Mhm.
Okay, when you have that, what do you have? Because in all of the books that I've read on narcissism, I've not found any cure, any ways apart from running away from these people. That what else are people suggesting you do? What if you were born into a narcissistic family where you have, if we're going to accept that definition, your mother or your father, and there are people who define their parents within that circle as well. You're already in that. You already had no choice in being a part of that setup. So what you have is a lifetime that may be troubled by that and affected by that. So I think there is more chances of building yourself, your resilience, understanding yourself, working on who you are, so you're more resistant to some of the behaviors. And there are mirrored behaviors that you're going to experience in your lifetime from people, because hurt people, and many people have been hurt. Now, who do you not know that has not been hurt or troubled by something? And so I'm just saying, maybe the solution is in working with ourselves. And I don't worry so much about who people are and how they might try to come at me, because my job is to work with me. So a bit like when you're on the plane, you put the mask on yourself first, and then you can work in helping anybody else who's around you. I don't feel like when you're focused so much on what behaviors people might have and what they're allegedly coming towards you with, that it helps you to necessarily be focused on whether they have this or they tick this box or that box or whatever. I don't really need to know about you. I just need to know about who I am. Who am I in any situation that I find myself, and how do I manage whatever comes at me? Am I going to use my faith? Am I going to use my common sense? Am I going to use my ability to handle situations, or what do I use? Because you're going to need some armory. And I don't feel it's just important to focus on the problem. I want to hear the solutions. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
I'm totally agree with you, Eden, about this. But again, the diagnosis where you are talking about, that is the exact thing to begin with on both sides, even though you have to work on yourself. That is priority number one, to heal from a narcissistic abuse. You have to get into your strength. Because of your weakness, they are attacking you, they are targeting you. You have to build up resilience, exactly what you're doing. But before you get there, there is a process. You don't get there just like that. Because if you are in a narcissistic family, the dynamic is very, very toxic. And the first step is to get away. You have to move from that environment that is siphoning your energy. Because if you are having lack of energy, you cannot work on yourself. You are constantly exhausted because you're defending yourself all of the time. And you cannot heal in such an environment. You have to move another way. So that's why I say I totally agree with what you say. But the process in reality, it's not that easy as if you have been through it. You
I have been
personally,
through it. I have dated someone who I would say was a narcissist, if I want to give them that title. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is, would that person sit down and take a test with me? Hell no.
No,
You know,
of
I've met
course
other
not.
people who've got challenging behaviors, family who have challenging behaviors. Would they sit and take a test? No, they wouldn't. So the
No.
definition of who they are comes from me. I'm the one who's going to look at their behaviors and go, tick, 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 tick. This is you. Because there's no way someone who is already demonstrating that behavior will sit down and take a test to work out whether they are something or nothing. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
No,
So-
they're not. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
all you're going to do is sit where you are and go like, here's what I see. Da, da, da. Here's what I see. And you are demonstrating things that suggest you may be a narcissist. That's what worries me about the whole process that people go on when they talk about taking these tests or whatever. If you're taking it, why are you taking it? Why do you feel like you have toxic? Do you feel like you're a narcissist yourself? Why are you taking it? Oh, you're taking it generally because you think maybe there may be something in you that is attracting those kinds of people. Go and step away from all of that. Go and identify what is it in you that might be attracting those people to you that you say you cannot handle, and work out how you are going to work with those people or remove them from your life so that you can have the life that you desire and that, you know, is right for you. I mean, that's what I did. I just stepped away. I'm bothered with trying to identify you and put you in a box because that didn't help me. How's it going to
Most
help?
of us, yes, most of us do it like that. Just like how you do, I did the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I did it. I went inwards and so on and so ever. But not everybody. Somebody have like advantage by
Good hope.
by using these tests, and they want it, you know. But most of the time, we just go within because we recognize this is a spiritual thing. This is something to do with my character. I have something that is attracting these people to me. What is it? Where is it? And you work on that part. And that's how it goes, but not for everybody. And
I
it's,
think people need to look at what they do to
yes.
handle difficult things in life. So me, I went inside. I spent a lot of time working with a coach on me. One of the things that I lacked was strong boundaries. The ability to say no. The ability to say no, walk away, shut my phone off, never speak to you if I don't need to speak to you. That was something I needed to learn. There are other things I needed to learn. And I spent the time, I took a couple of years actually focusing on what I needed to learn. Do you know what? I think I've seen toxic people since, but they kind of don't, you know, they don't. In Jamaicans have a saying, Duppy know who to frighten. Basically, a ghost knows who to frighten, right? If you are carrying that energy, so like a dog biting you, right? When it sees you in the park and you're running away from it before it even gets near to you, it will bite you. Trust me, it will come to you and try and bite you. Why? Because you're carrying that energy. You're already afraid. So the fear is already inside of you. And it's not hard then to come and bite you.
Yes. Thank you, Hidden.
If you weren't
Thank you,
walking around-
Hidden.
if you weren't
And
walking
wait,
around
guys. I'm gonna
Rugby
stop.